Hi guys! Alright, it's math time. So you need to get your book and open to page 525. We're going to compare some fractions. So you will need your strips. So have your strips ready. You're not going to use them on every single problem because we're going to remember what we were taught in the last two lessons. If our numerators are the same and if our denominators are the same. So we're going to review a little bit, and then the other ones I'm going to show you again how to use your fraction strips, okay? All right, so let's take a look at page 525. We're going to skip the first part with Luca and Ann. We're going to jump down to Morgan at the bottom of the page. So all the way at the bottom underneath this line, okay? All right. It says Morgan ran 2/3 mile. Alexa ran 1/3 mile. Who ran farther? So if I'm comparing 2/3 and 1/3, look at your denominator. Are they the same? Yes. Okay, so now I'm just looking at my numerator. So remember, when I'm looking at my denominator, I got to think about my numerator. So if I have 1/3, okay, and here's 1/3, and if I have 2/3, here's 2/3, okay, so if I'm going to compare that, 2/3 is what to 1/3? It's greater than, okay? So on your board, I lost my marker. I thought I did. Okay, we'll just grab a different one. How about some red today? We'll use red today. So if I'm going to compare that, so I'm going to write, this is what they have. Okay, so I want to compare 2/3 and 1/3. Okay, so 2/3 is greater than 1/3. Remember, when we do denominators, you just look at the numerator and you think, okay, is this number bigger than this number, or is this number smaller than this number? Well, you just compare 2 and 1 just as if you were comparing 2 and 1 as whole numbers. So 2 is greater than 1, so 2/3 is greater than 1/3. Sorry. Okay? All right, so we have that one. And then there's a little reminder there. Same denominator strategy. When the denominators are the same, you can compare only the number of pieces or the numerators. Okay, so that's what we just did. All right, turn the page. I just found my blue marker. Yay. All right, at the top, Miss Davis is making a fruit salad with 3/4 pound of cherries and 3/8 pound of strawberries. Which weighs less, the cherries or the strawberries? Okay, so we're comparing 3/4 and 3/8. Okay, now remember the same numerator strategy. When the numerators are the same, look at the denominators to compare the size of the pieces. So remember, when it's a denominator, we have to think differently. Okay, so if I have 3/4 and I have 3/8, okay, and my numerators are the same, I got to think differently about my denominators. I can't just compare 4 and an 8. Okay, remember, I got to compare 4ths and 8ths. And remember, the more pieces, the smaller the piece. So the higher the denominator, the smaller the pieces are. So what would I say? 3/4 is less than, greater than 3/8. Okay, so it would be 3/4 is greater than 3/8. Because now watch, now remember how we did this. Okay, there's a 4th. And if I do all my 3/4, you can see it. So this is all review. Don't mind my incorrectly drawn shapes. Okay, and there you can clearly see that 3/4 is greater than 3/8. Okay, remember, denominators, we have to think differently about the number. It's not the number 4, it's not the number 8. It's 4ths and 8ths. And 8ths are going to be smaller pieces. Okay, so 3/4 is greater than 3/8, which means which one weighs less? So pay attention to the question. We're not always going to find the greater number. Well, we're going to find the greater number, but they don't always want that as your answer. Here we want less, and 3/8 is the less number, okay? So who has 3/8? Would be strawberries. So strawberries weigh less, okay? All right, so let's put that away. And let's hop down to share and show. So down here. Number 1, compare 7/8 and 5/6. Okay, look at the numerators. Are they the same? Nope. Look at the denominators. Are they the same? Nope. This is where you're going to need your fraction strips. So look at my denominator. I need eighths. So get your eighth strip. And I need sixth. And get your sixth strip. Now remember, when we compare with fraction strips, the left side needs to be flush, needs to be equal, needs to be exactly the same. You can't have one like this and one like that. It's not going to work. Has to be as flush and equal as you can get it. All right? So 7/8 would be to this line right here where my finger is. Okay, 7/8. I had to tape them, so I know it looks a little hard to see them. But here's my 7/8, and you can see that on yours. So if I go from here to here, that's 7/8. And 5/6. And 5/6 is going to end right there. So 7/8 and 5/6. So if I'm going to compare it, write less than, greater than, or equal. 7/8 is greater than 5/6. Very good. So it should, whoops, there goes my marker. It should say 7/8. If I can erase my board first. So 7/8 is greater than 5/6. So that's what you should have for number 1. Okay? All right, let's take a look at number 2. 1/2 and 2/3. Are the numerators the same? Denominators the same? Nope. So I need to compare with my fraction strips. So I need halves and I need thirds. So get halves out and get thirds out. Get them flush on the left side. Okay, so there's your halves, there's your thirds. So it says 1/2 is what to 2/3. So 1/2 is what to 2/3. 1/2 is less than 2/3. So 1/2 is less than 2/3. So you should have this written. 1/2 less than 2/3. So 1/2 less than 2/3. Okay? And the strategy we used would be fraction strips. So on the line, just write fraction strips. Okay? So you would just write this. Because that's what we used. Fraction strips. Okay? All right, number 3. 3/4 and 2/4. Are our numerators the same? Nope. Denominators the same? Yeah, this is the easy one. This is the one where I just look at my numerators and I just look at them as regular numbers, okay? So 3/4 is what to 2/4? 3/4 is greater than 2/4. Okay, so 3/4 is greater than 2/4. And what strategy did you use? Denominator strategy. Okay, so I just looked at my denominator. Okay, just put denominators. So you saw that your denominators were the same. Now you just have to compare your numbers. Your numerators. Okay. All right, I want you to do numbers 4 and 5 on your own. Need a drink. My mouth is drying out. All right, so number 4, you should have 4 and 5 done. So number 4, 3/8 and 3/6. All right, numerators the same? Sure are. Now, this is where I have to look at my numbers differently. All right, so 3/8 and 3/6. So 3/8 and 3/6. Numerators are the same. Now I have to say eighths or sixths. So is eighths going to be less than, greater than 6? Remember, the higher the number, the smaller the pieces. So eighths is going to be less than 6. So 3/8 is less than 3/6. And the strategy, numerators. Numerators. Okay. All right, and then number 5, 3/4, 7/8. Sorry, I have allergies. So 3/4 and 7/8. 3/4 and 7/8. Are they the same? Nothing's the same, right? So I need my fourths. Where did my fourths go? Up here they are. And I need my eighths. Okay, line them up. All right, so 3/4 would be here, and 7/8 is going to be here. So 3/4 is less than 7/8. Good job, less than 7/8. And what did we use? Fraction strips, okay? All right, number 6, 7, 8, and 9, I want you to pause the video and do on your own, okay? Do those on your own. All right, guys, so you should have these done. Let's look at number 6. Number 6 is 1/2 and 2/2. Well, my denominators are the same, so I compare my numerators. So 1/2 is less than 2/2. So you would say denominators. That's your strategy. Okay, 1/3 and 1/4. Well, my numerators are the same, so I compare my denominators. So 1/3 is greater than 1/4. Okay, and so that would be numerators. That's how it does. That's the strategy that I used. Number 8, 2/3, 5/6. Nothing's the same, so I need my fraction strips, right? So look at the denominators. I need 6 and I need thirds. Make sure they're flush on the left. We have 2/3 stops here and 5/6 stops here. So 2/3 is less than 5/6. Good job. And then number 9, 4/6, 4/2. Well, my numerators are the same, so I look at my denominators. So 6 is going to be what to halves? 6 is going to be less than. Good. So 4/6 is less than 4/2, and the strategy would be numerators. Okay? All right, let's go down to number 10. Okay, number 10. Where'd my eraser go? Here it is. All right, so for number 10, name a fraction that is less than or greater than the given fraction. Draw to justify your answer. So number 10 wants a fraction less than 5/6. So less than 5/6. So if I have 5/6 and I want this to be less, okay, so draw 6 as close as you can get it. Okay, and I need 5 of them like this. And I need less than 5/6. Well, what could I easily do? I could keep my fraction the same, right? Okay. And what could I put as my numerator then? Well, what's greater than 5? 6. Okay, that would work, right? That would work perfectly. Okay, so we could do that. All right, so you could do 6, 6. What if I wanted to change and I wanted to keep my numerator the same? So now I got to think of 6 is less than what? What would 6 be less than? It would be less than 4s, right? Okay, so I could do that. That is a what kind of fraction? Fraction greater than 1, right? Okay, and if I didn't want to do that, I could even just put a 5 here, right? And then 5/6 is going to be greater, or sorry, less than 5/5. Okay. All right. So it just has to be less than your number on this side. So whatever number you put there. Okay. All right. And then number 11, greater than 3/8. Greater than 3/8. So 3/8. Oh wait, I think I did number 5 wrong, didn't I? Or number 10 wrong. Let's do number 10 again. Sorry about that. I think I just got that confused. Less than 5/6. So here, yeah, I read it wrong. Sorry about that, guys. I need less than 5/6. So that means 5/6 Am I right? Now I'm confused. Yeah, I am. Okay. I was confused. Let's do it the right way. So 5/6 is greater. So I need something less than 5/6. So I need this to say less than 5/6. Sorry, I confused you guys. This needs to be less than 5/6. So what I need to do is get less than. So if I have 6, I can keep my 6. Now I need something that's less than 5. So this can be a 1, it could be a 2, it could be a 3, or it could be a 4. Okay, they're all less than 5/6. Okay. All right, sorry if I confused you. I was a little confused myself. All right, so less than 5/6. So this has to be less. All right. So it could be 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, or 4/6. Okay. All right. Now let's go to the next one. So greater than 3/8. So I need something greater than. So if I wrote it this way, it would be good. So I need less than. 3/8 is less than. But if I write it, this is what I need to. This is what I wanted to tell you. There you go. I need something that is greater than 3/8. So something greater than 3/8. That makes better sense to me. Okay, than putting the number there. All right, so let's try this. So I need greater than 3/8. So if I just keep my denominator the same, I need a number greater than 3. So it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 7, it could be 8. Okay, so 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8 are all greater than 3/8. So just pick one, okay? All right. Okay, so that's that. Oops. There we go. So that's that. And then let's take a look at number 12. We're going to do a tricky one. Number 12. Luke, Seth, and Anja have empty glasses. Mr. Gable pours 3/6 cup orange juice in Seth's glass. Then he pours 1/6 cup of orange juice in Luke's glass and 2/6 cup of orange juice in Anja's glass. Who gets the most orange juice? All right, well, if I look at them, all my fractions have the same what? Denominator. Yeah, they're all 6ths, right? So if I want to know who gets the most, look at your numerators. Which numerator is the largest? 3/6, right? Okay, so 3/6 is going to be the largest out of those, which is going to be the most orange juice, and 3/6 is Seth. So Seth's glass is going to have the most orange juice. So that one wasn't so bad. Remember, always look, are my numerators the same? Are my denominators the same? Or do I have to use fraction strips? Okay? And in this case, our denominators were the same. We just had to look at our numerators. Okay? So Seth gets the most orange juice with 3/6 of a cup. All right? Let's turn to page 529. 529. All right, so number 1 in 2 and 3, you got to compare, write less than, greater than, or equal, write the strategy you use. So look at the numbers. Are you going to use numerator strategy, denominator strategy, or fraction strips? And then put your correct symbol in there. Now, number 4 and 5, let me help you with these, because I know I was very confused with these. So number 4 says greater than 1/3. So underneath there, write this. Put your fraction line. I need that fraction. Greater than 1/3. Okay? So you need to come up with a fraction that's greater than 1/3. Okay? Easiest thing is to make your denominator the same. That's the easiest way to do these kinds of problems. Okay? And then, so that's how you set up that one. Number 5, less than 3/4. So this fraction has to be less than 3/4. So something is less than 3/4. Again, remember, just keep your denominator the same. Simple, 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 right? Okay, so that's that one. Let's look at number 6. At the 3rd grade party, 2 groups each had their own pizza. The blue group ate 7/8 pizza. The green group ate 2/8 pizza. Which group ate more of their pizza? On the line, write 7/8, write 2/8, and compare. Well, it's easy because my denominators are the same. 7 is what to 2? Greater than, which means 7/8 is greater than 2/8. Go back to the question. Which group ate more of their pizza? Well, the 7/8 group, so blue group. Blue group. All right, so that's your answer for number 6. You have to do number 7 on your own. Now remember, I want to see this work, okay, when you take your picture and send it to me. Cross off number 8. You do not have to do number 8. All right, let's turn to page 530. 530. Okay, on the back. 1 and 2, make sure you compare and read them. Numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6 you can do, okay? All right, so remember, 529, 530, I want pictures, and then send them to me, okay? Do both, all right? Okay, I think that's it. Okay, guys, if you have any questions or any concerns or you're confused about something, just email me or text or Parent Square me. However, you can write to me in Seesaw as well. I know some of you have already done that. Okay, so you can ask questions that way. All right, guys, have fun with math. I'll see you in a little while.